Tell them, what is it? What has she done to you to deserve this? Tell them.
She was always cheating. She hid most of the things from me most times.
So the gentleman you saw in that video is known as Timileyin Ajayi, who is a 32-year-old upcoming gospel musician from Nigeria. It is quite unfortunate that we are not here to talk about his gospel ministry. Neither are we here to talk about his gospel songs. But he's been trending for the past 3 days for the wrong reasons. Yes, for the very wrong reasons. He's been arrested by the police on the suspicion of a gruesome murder of his own girlfriend, known as Salome Adaidu, who is also a 24-year-old national service person from the same country. Now, before I go into the nitty-gritty of the story, I will urge you to subscribe to the channel, follow on Facebook and on TikTok, and then join the family so we can share more of social issues, trending stories, show-based lifestyle, etc. Okay, so let's dive deep into the story. Now, I'm going to give you, an overview of the entire story, of the entire happening. Here is what I know so far. Okay, so somewhere on the 12th of January 2025, Timileyin Ajayi murdered his girlfriend Salome in cold blood. In fact, he decapitated her and chopped her body into several pieces. He was about disposing of it, the body parts or whatever, and luck eluded him, so he encountered a police checkpoint who happened to suspect that he was carrying something illegal at that ungodly hour. So he was interrogated, and from how jittery he was put under arrest. And then they were able to uncover that there were human body parts in the sack or in the bag that he was carrying. So quickly he was arrested and sent to the police station. Now, what I played for you is a short interview that media persons from the Nigeria state that this incident happened granted him. And from the interview, one interesting thing that this gospel musician is saying is that he does not regret killing Salome Adaidu. Why? A simple reason is that she, Salome, has been cheating on him for quite a long time. And upon several questioning, she denied the fact that she was into something like that. And then that day of the murder, he confronted her and then later showed evidence to the effect that indeed she was cheating on him, which, according to Timileyin, Salome accepted the fact that yes, something of that sort was happening. And she apologized and assured him that that was not going to repeat itself. Well, it seemed that Timileyin had already made up his mind on the next line of action. And he was able to lure Salome into the bathroom. And you know what happened? He beheaded Salome in cold blood, chopped the body part, as I mentioned early on. In Africa, when some of these things happen, spiritual meanings are read into it. And so when this issue first hit the internet, a lot of people were suggesting that probably Timileyin was just using the head for spiritual or for ritual purposes. Why? Because he is a gospel musician. He's been underground for far too long. And probably he wanted to blow, become popular, get a hit song, and then be traveling all over, mounting every other stage. So that was the interpretation that people were given to the issue when it first broke out. But from the interview that he granted, he said that he carried out the murder for none of these reasons. It wasn't intentional, or it wasn't part of his intention to go to use the head for any juju or any rituals or anything that would money ritual or any ritual for fame or to blow in the music space. But it was as a result of catching Salome cheating on him. That's actually now from the interview. He is saying that it wasn't the police that arrested him, but rather he turned himself in. Okay, that is one interesting fact. But the stories that came early on suggested that the police on suspicion searched and then uncovered all these truth. Okay. Another thing is that the family of Salome, her sister, her mom, and the rest of the family, if I may put it that way, are also saying that they do not know of this Timileyin guy. They don't know that he is having any sort of affair with their daughter. And none could stick his or her neck out to say that, oh, I've seen Timileyin with Salome before, so it means that probably they are friends, or it's possible they were engaged in that kind of affair. But so far, no one is claiming to know this guy. But this guy also suggests that indeed they've dated for a while. Now, another interesting fact is that just a few hours ago, the court presided over by Justice Aboki remanded Timileyin. He is to reappear on the 27th of January 2025, and he has been charged with one count of culpable homicide. And do you know what that entails in Nigeria, or especially in that state that that particular murder happened? This particular culpable homicide charge is punishable by death. So the case has been adjourned. One of the reasons for the adjournment was that the lawyer for Timileyin didn't show up in court. So the judge had no option than to adjourn the case, where he would have both counsels to, argue their case out. But, others are also saying that the Nigeria, they know some of these things have a way of disappearing. Some of these issues have a way of disappearing without the culprit facing the full rigors of the law. So we are only here monitoring as and when the story unfolds. Whatever that comes up, we are coming back to share it with you. So I will urge you to keep your dial here. Do not flip it. Make sure that you are part of the family by way of following on TikTok, on Facebook, and then subscribing to this particular YouTube channel. Whatever comes up, you will be the first to know. I'll see you in the next development. Bye.
Not like I had a plan in mind.
So tell them, what is it? What has she done to you to deserve this? Tell them.
She was always cheating. She hid most of the things from me most times.
When did you go to?
I saw her phone. Like I said, most of the chat with the other guys. That's what I saw on the phone.
So that was when you decided to kill her?
Yes.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't have any regrets.
Why?
Because life is reciprocal. If you must be with someone, you have to be reciprocal with that person. You have to understand what that person is going through. So that was why I didn't have any regrets, because we were actually compatible.
So Mr. Timmy, please narrate how it happened, what you saw that made you kill, and how you did it. What happened on that day?
I caught her cheating on me, and so I brought it to her awareness that she was cheating. She refused. She didn't want to accept until I showed her the chat and showed her what she did, what she admitted, and told me she was sorry. It's never gonna happen again. That was what happened.
So afterwards, you now asked her to go into the bathroom. What happened?
After that, I told her to go into the bathroom. She went to the bathroom and started some things. Immediately started those things. I couldn't take it lightly. I had to go into the room of where I can get some certain things that will happen. So I took the knife from the restroom and went it to her. Immediately she was lying her hand down. I held her neck and I did what I had to do, and that was it.
When she died, what happened?
When she died, nothing really happened.
You went and took the cutlass, then what?
I only took some parts of the knife, and that was it. That was what happened.
So how were you caught?
I wasn't caught. I surrendered myself.
It's not true.
How? You were caught trying to dispose?
I surrendered myself. If I didn't want anybody to catch me, I would have done that. It's very simple.
It's not true.
It's simple, to be honest.
Simi said he surrendered himself.
Are you ready to face the wrath of the law?
It's not a big thing to pay. It's not a big thing to pay.
It's not a big thing to pay. So tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Kogi State. I'll be 30 this year.
You told us 31.
I'll be 30
Initially,
this
you
year.
said 32. You now said 31.
I'll be 30 this year, this October.
And you say you have no regrets?
I have no regrets.
Simi,
What do you do for a living?
I'm a cryptocurrency agency.
The disease is my sister, my younger sister, and I feel very bad because I didn't just lose a person. We didn't just lose a person in my home. We lost a sister. My mom lost a daughter. So I feel really bad about the whole situation. And I demand and need justice to be served to this guy sitting over there, because he is the person that murdered my sister. And he confirmed it to me when we picked him up from the police station before we brought him to this command here. He confirmed. I was like, you are the person, because I'm just seeing him for the first time, apart from the social media pictures that have been flying. I was like, you are the one that murdered my sister? He nodded and said, yes. I was like, you will tell us where we are going to, why you murdered my sister? He now nodded that yes.